Shalom Israel. First, foremost, I do need to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, double honor to the apostles, and else great millstone for teaching us His truth, peace, and blessings to the whole elect of Israel. Yahweh is the name of the unfallen Hebrew, Ba'ashem is the name, and Yahushai is the name of the begotten Son. Back on our lesson, as be another MOTB update, I was seeing more steps are being taken towards the implementation of that Charagma, especially just dealing with this beast system as a whole. The infrastructure, the foundation, has been laid out. This is why you see these devils moving towards a digitized system, a digitized currency. You're seeing more stores, supermarkets, moving towards a digitized system, more self-checkout aisles, and I believe you had that one store, which similar to Walmart. I don't know if it's Costco, but they take memberships, and I believe they're also going towards that digital route. We need to now have it online. But as you all seen right here within this article, we go into, it says Cameroon's new generation biometric ID system goes live February 17th. So you're slowly seeing the conditioning, how they're preparing you for that Charagma. As you saw an example back in 2020 dealing with that juice. As you saw with the mandates, you saw with the restrictions, how you couldn't really do anything without having that concoction. But this time it's going to be that MOTB, and very soon it will be mandated and pushed out. And we're warning you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to stay far away from it. But these are also get later on, throughout the lesson, Revelation 14, the 14th chapter, going to the judgment that you will receive if you do take that Charagma. Which that word Charagma is Greek for the word mark, which you get in Revelation 13. So, Revelations, Revelation 13, 16. Make sure I got that correct now. Let's read a bit this article, see what we can get out of it, and we'll get those scriptures. It'll be a quick hit. As Delegate General for National Security, the head of Cameroon's police, Martin Mbarga Nugel, has announced that the country's new secure identification system will go operational in 2 weeks' time. Mbarga Nugel disclosed the information Friday, January 31st, during a ceremony to review the DGSN's balance sheet of 2024 and to make major projections and project announcements for the new year. Now, it says in his declaration, the police boss said the process will begin on February 17th with online enrollment, while biometric capture will start off a week later on February 24th. I would like to reassure you that the new secure identification system will begin in the coming days according to a progressive schedule with the launch of online pre-enrollment on February 17th. The system will be similar to that for issuing biometric passports, the police boss announced. And you can also go back to year 2020. They had those green passes, which you needed to have to board a plane or to travel. But very soon, it's all going to be, by the way of, one thing, which is going to be that RFID CHIP. That's going to be the universal remote. And if you know what a universal remote does, it pretty much goes to everything in your house. It's connected to everything. And that beast system is going to be ran through that CHIP. But like I point earlier, you're seeing the conditioning, how they're preparing you for that Charagma, for this beast system. And you already see people taking, similar things to that of it already. Now, you have one girl on TikTok, she calls herself Chip Girl. Now, uses it to open her house door, her car door, everything. You also see people taking similar things to that of the Neuralink, which is also going to the mark in the forehead. Say we're getting there, man. You're seeing the steps that are being taken towards that beast system, the implementation of it. Now, I'll probably read a paragraph or two, and we'll get the scriptures. Now, it says, in all regional capitals, the delivery of the national identity card will happen within a 48 hours maximum. This means that the applicant could receive an identity card before a 48-hour deadline. Meanwhile, Mbarga Nugel disclosed that a process is currently underway to issue national ID cards in the new format to Cameroonians holding receipts from the old system. and who has no issues with their application files. And really, that's the point, Let's get on with these scriptures. Because other than that, you can see many other, examples, the steps being taken towards the implementation of this RFID CHIP. Now, this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 to 17, and this is especially one of the main scriptures that you should know by now already. And that says, he called double, small, and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their forehead. And it's why it's important to look into the etymology of these words so you understand and know what these scriptures are talking about. Because when you go into that word mark in the Greek, it goes into the word charagma, which also goes into the word scratch and etch, showing that it's a physical mark. That's it in their right hand or in their foreheads. You're also seeing Elon Musk creating the Neuralink, as well as similar companies pretty much following in suit. And you already have human trial runs already. You have people taking things to that Neuralink already. People just using their mind, their brain waves to think of a sentence, pop up on a screen. As one guy was, moving a mouse, which, is a cursor, on a laptop, with his mind. So, come on. This is why it's also you're going to have many people being deceived, tempted to take it, falling for those miracles on the left-hand side. And also when it says in the right hand, doesn't mean you're only, your right hand. Because which we're to get later on, Revelation 14, it's going to be, both of them, either hand. If you have Jake trying to find loopholes, trying to outwit the Heavenly Father, you got another thing coming, man. And your right hand is also known as, your dominant hand. But verse 17, and no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And very soon, you won't be able to do anything without that CHIP. Is where you're going to have many Israelites being tested, being tried. Because guess what? That pressure is going to be applied, man. And I always like using the example of the year 2020. Your job was put on the line, man. Because you had many jobs, pushing that you needed to have that juice if you wanted to come back to work. If you wanted to travel, do something, you needed to have that thing. Very soon it's going to be with this MOTB. And we're warning you to stay far away from it, man. But you're going to have, raise these, unfaithful questions. What we're going to do, how we're going to survive, how we're going to eat if we're unable to do so without it. Put your faith and trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. The Lord's going to take care of his elect. In the midst of a famine, especially when this MOTB is, implemented and pushed out. The Lord's going to find ways for us, man. Now, 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Also another good scripture that says, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We can see right through this. We ultimately see where this is leading to. The steps are being taken towards the implementation of this beast system, that charagma. It's crystal clear. And you're also getting ready to, once again, apply that pressure, come down with that great rat. Because very soon you won't be able to do anything without that CHIP. You won't be able to travel. You won't be able to go to your job. You won't be able to pay bills, get online, whatever the case may be. Those are the times that we are coming into. And things you got to be prepared to face. But you have many Israelites that are going to be unable to, stand against that. That pressure is going to be applied heavily, man. But the Lord got us. As Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1 now says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievances which they have prescribed, going to these draconian-like laws. When you go into that word draconian, it goes to harsh, strict. And that's what they're getting ready to implement, push out. Which now they keep bringing that point, that pressure is going to be applied, man. That grip is going to be tightened. Because you're going to be pushed into a corner, and guess what? A choice will have to be made. And only one of them is correct. Now, the second Ezra chapter 15, verse 17, to further answer that point, now says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to be holding checkpoints. To show if you have taken that charagma. Well, they did something similar back in 2020. It was around Thanksgiving, what they call Thanksgiving. They had a checkpoint over there, I believe, in New York, if I'm correct. to show you that you have been tested, you know, that you're negative for not having the night demon, you know. Now let's see Revelation chapter 2 verse 10 that says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast you into prison. So you're going to be persecuted, you're going to be hated. Thrown into jails, prisons, for standing against this beast system. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days, so go into a certain period of time. And it says, be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. There's a reward and a prize waiting for us at the end of that finish line. We just gotta fight, gotta endure. James 1:12, the man that endures temptation when he's tried shall receive the crown of life. In Revelation 3:10, so you're going to have a lot of unfaithful Israelites end up taking that charagma because they're unable to wait. They're not patient. And really, they didn't believe anyway. They didn't have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, in the reward, the promises. And just goes to how simple and how carnal Jake is, man. You know, Jake's going to think they chose so-called life. In reality, they chose death, man. Revelation chapter 3 verse 10, I said, because I was kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which is indeed the only one that MOTB is presented in front of us, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So when we tried, when we tested. Now we're going to shut it down, Revelation chapter 14, 9 through 10, and what's we're warning you to Spirit Prophet Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai to stay far away from that charagma, that MOTB. And you're going to see why. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image. And how do you do that? You're here and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So you taking that charagma, that RFID CHIP, that Neuralink, goes to show that you are in agreement with this beast system. That you're down with it. You're making Esau Edom your God. You know, and this goes right over Jake's head, man. Once they hear that you'll be able to listen to music within your brain, you're going to have hacks. Because there's also an article come out that you'll be able to pretty much have cheats in a game. You having, perfect aim or, whatever the case may be. As well as these miracles, you're going to be performing left-hand side. Many people hopping on board with this. Verse 10, you're being down with it, but this is the outcome, the consequences of your actions. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured without mixture into the cup of the indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. What's that fire and brimstone going to be? Those thermonuclear missiles. And the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb being Yahweh Shai. And also going back to that point about earlier, it says in his hand. So either hand you take it and you will be destroyed. There's no loopholes. There's no trying to outsmart, outwit the Heavenly Father. There's no getting around prophecy, man, what's written. But that's the point right there. When they quick lesson, go into the situation, the steps are being taken, the conditioning that you are seeing. So that's the point right there. I do close out, give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, and Shalom. See you next one, Lord's will.